I'm going to do a book review today, and it's about the founder of the Nation of Islam, Master Farad Muhammad. And the book is entitled Finding W.D. Farad, Unveiling the Identity of the Founder of the Nation of Islam. The author is John Andrew Morrow. I've only read a few pages of this book, and I find it to be misleading to those who are familiar with the Nation of Islam in particular and Islam in general. I found the deception began in the very first chapter. The book is broken down into various segments, and one of them is leading talks about the origin, the racial origin identity of Master Farad Muhammad, and it breaks the various different theories down into sub chapters, saying which of the racial identity groups that Master Farad Muhammad could have belonged to. Chapter 1 says W.D. Farad, Issues of Origin. And it has it broken down into various subtitles. It has one for the white origin. No, 1.5, the New Zealand theory. 1.6, the Saudi Arabian theory. 1.7, the Persian theory, and so on and so on and so on. But I'm going to focus on the very first one, the white theory. In this passage, near the end of the passage, the author makes the statement: although he, Master Farad Muhammad, claimed to be an Arab or black and excoriated the white man, W.D. Farad always presented an entirely different picture when dealing with whites. I want to bring your attention to what he says. Although he claimed to be white or an Arab, by him using the word "or," he's subtly trying to imply that there is a difference between being an Arab or being black. Now, those of us who study these types of matters and subjects know that the original Arabs were black. The original Arabs goes back to Noah's son Shem, who lineage included Abraham, Ishmael, Isaac, and Jacob. There was a dictionary published in 1969, I believe, but in the 1960s, that caused a controversy. The dictionary was entitled the Zandorian Dictionary, and it spawned a lot of talk, a lot of debate, because it had a passage in there that a lot of people disagreed with, and it came out of the subtitle, the subsection, as it related to Ham. I'm going to read what the dictionary said. Ham, perhaps Hot, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood, he became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes. I'm going to read that again. It says, Ham, perhaps the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood, became the progenitor of the dark races, but not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. Genesis 10, 6-20. his indecency when his father lay drunken brought a curse upon Canaan. Now, the authors, publishers of this dictionary in this passage says that Ham became the progenitors of the darker races, but the Negroes. By him saying, but the Negroes, that implies that one of Noah's other sons must have been the father of the Negro people. We all know that Japheth was the father of people who went to the northern countries and became the Gentiles, became the Europeans. So that would leave Shem, by process of elimination, that he was the father of the Negroes. And we know that Shem was a progenitor, was a forefather of Abraham. And Abraham was the father of the Hebrew nation. And Abraham's first son was Ishmael. And then his second son was Jacob. And we know Ishmael had 12 sons, and one of his sons' name was Kedar, which means dark-skinned. The original Arabs descended from Kedar, and this is the lineage in which the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, came from. So, by the author saying that Master Farhad Muhammad claimed to be black or an Arab, he's trying to make a separation between the two. And in its original form, in its original blood lineage, there was no separation between the two because the two were one.